Hey, it's Mr. Tush over at Global, and here is my knock knock joke. And we are going to change the knock knock joke. So instead of taking turns, we are going to change it to do broadcast messages. So if you remember, here's our knock knock joke, and I'll show you the code while we flip through it. They're telling the knock knock joke, and I have them switching costumes back and forth, making sure that they're taking turns through waiting. So the dinosaur waits while the ladybug speaks, and the ladybug waits while the dinosaur speaks. And it's a really corny joke, and that's what that is. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use something called broadcast, and broadcast allows me to have them work in sequence but listen for each other. And broadcast needs two components. It needs this thing called broadcast, and it needs this thing called when I receive. And when I receive and broadcast are the two key components. Broadcast sends the message, and when I receive listens to it. One person needs to send the broadcast, everyone needs to receive it. So even if there are 5 people listening for the message, you can have one sprite send the broadcast message, and every sprite will receive it. Now that's how this works. So fundamentally what's going to happen is knock knock is what happens to start the joke off. So they'll both start in, and the dinosaur will come in, and we'll go through all of this, and we'll then say knock knock. Now, the ladybug has to come in and then wait for the knock knock joke. So instead of doing that, I'm going to have the ladybug come in and wait to receive a message. So I'm going to have the dinosaur come in and broadcast a message by putting in the broadcast, and then I'm going to change it to new message and call it knock knock. So that's what it says. And I say, okay, now go through this, come in, say knock knock, and then broadcast the message knock knock. Then I'm going to go over to the ladybug here, and I'm going to have I don't need to have the ladybug wait. I'm just going to have the ladybug wait to receive the message called knock knock. So when the ladybug receives the message knock knock, the ladybug gets this, oh no, not another one of his terrible knock knock jokes. Okay, I'll bite. Who's there? So let's test that. What I'm going to do now is they're both going to come in together because that's what they're programmed to do. Knock, knock. And now the ladybug don't see a particular difference. Who's there? And then nothing else happens because I've actually taken it all out of it. So the next thing I need to do is the ladybug is just said, okay, okay, who's there? So I'm going to have a broadcast message that says who's there. I'm going to add this little broadcast message, who's there, new message, who's there, and I'll add that. So let's go over to the sprite for the dinosaur. The dinosaur answers who's there with a ya. So I'm going to get rid of this, don't need the wait anymore. When I receive message who's there, it will say ya, and then I will broadcast a message called ya. So now go back to my ladybug, and the ladybug will wait to hear Yahoo, or wait to hear ya and then respond Yahoo. So instead of waiting, I'm going to have this broadcast message right here. This is when I receive ya. The ladybug will answer Yahoo. So here, let's check it again. In they come, knock knock, sends the message, oh no, not one of his terrible knock knock jokes, okay, I'll bite, who's there, ya, Yahoo. This allows them to function in order and keep my dialogue going for as long as I want to without having to do the really complicated work of counting seconds in between. It's an easier way to work. You're going to find this is a great way to do things like change different scenarios. You can change backdrops. You can change anything based on the send and receive protocol. So what's going to happen here? Yahoo. I'm going to send a message that says Yahoo. New message. Yahoo. Question mark. That was meaningful to me. Go back to the dinosaur. I don't need for the 2-second wait time. And I'm going have this go over here. And when I receive Yahoo, I'm happy to see you. So now we are all set. We've got our joke running. And just to prove how the send and receive and the broadcast messages work, I'm going to actually broadcast a message and have it change two things. And at the end of the ladybug's conversation, she says Yahoo, and the eyes switch to closed. And we're going to add one more change to this. So remember, she sends Yahoo, broadcasts it, and we're going to go over here to controls and say when I receive Yahoo, I'm going to have her probably wait 1 second and then react. So what'll happen here is come in, they'll have the joke, knock, knock, and then she debates it, and they go back and forth, and at the very end, he tells a bad joke, and the ladybug reacts. A moment later, there's a nice little hesitation while he gets a big chuckle out of it. Well, I'll tell you something else I'm going to do. I'm going to have that message change my backdrop to a nice cool concert stage, so everything will change. How am I going to do that? I'm going to go over here to the backdrop, and over here is the backdrop, and I'm going to actually put in a change. It says when I receive, and it's going to be when I receive Yahoo, the last one. I'm going to actually go over to looks, and I'm going to have it wait a second. We don't need to go right away. And we'll have it wait a second, maybe 2 seconds, just so you can see that it happens. A moment after moment, I have it changed to something called concert. Now, how did I do that? Went over here, and I've got a separate backdrop in here that I'm working with. So at the end of this, it's going to switch over to that backdrop. Let's see if it works. We're going to go to the beginning. And it appears to be working as it's supposed to. And now he's dancing in a concert stage. So that's the kind of thing you can do using broadcast messages and change things at their own timing based on what happened before. And that makes it a little bit easier to broadcast through multiple scenes and multiple changes inside an adventure. So I hope that helps. Your job is to revise your knock-knock joke to use broadcast messages. Thank you for watching.